Hello, hello, friends. If you're here in the future, thanks for watching. Happy to see you. Today I felt like Dwarf Fortress again. Occasionally I do play the same game several days in a row, especially when I'm falling in love with it again like this. Dwarf Fortress is like this for me, though. You may have noticed yesterday I completely accidentally went longer than I have been lately. I've gotten in real life stuff, you know. That was an oopsie. But we nearly finished the inn, or at least finished turning the tavern into an inn. Look how close we are. Now let me just see. I think if we have one wall attached to the door, then the doors get to stay there. If we do it that way, then we don't have to replace the doors. Where are my blocks? We used up all the ones that I want. That'll be alright. They will make more. I think I'm going to expand the storage a bit more as well. See, we get plenty of resources down here. And then it's like directly on a stockpile already. They don't even have to haul it. We have some indoor plants. It's interesting how there's just random pockets of dirt inside of here as well. Like, this is on the water level, basically, for the river. It's just kind of expanded out to here with sand. And then there's some down here. I'm sure there'll be pockets as we're digging too. Another possession. Wonder if it's all the churches we have. See, every few blocks out, essentially, we'll do a staircase down. So this is... We went 7 by 10. Okay. I think this is another experiment I tried specifically this time. Because this is a atypical sizing compared to what I normally do, but also looks like it works well enough. Hey, short possession. They actually found everything they wanted. A tiger iron earring. The entire earring made out of the tiger iron. That's something we can display in one of the guild halls or something if it wants more value. the sizing I went with here is just because I do like to have 3 of these workshops next to each other. It was 7-Eleven, right? Yeah, 7-Eleven. That is the name of the crafting area, I suppose. A Dwarven 7-Eleven looks like this. Oh, I can't wait to get to the magma. But then we're gonna have to have like another whole part of the civilization down there. It almost becomes 2 separate towns. Oh yeah, trading. I think we already traded with them. They're ecstatic already. Actually, do you have any drink? We could probably use some drink. But I think we already bought all of it off of them. Yeah, they just have milk. That's how you can tell they've been through our fort. No booze, just milk we've left them with. Was it? Stozu wasn't a goblin, was he? Maybe there were multiple Stozus. What did I cap the population at this time? I'm gonna put down some cabinets. Because it looks like they're wanting some. Borax cabinet. It feels like a bad idea, but I don't remember why. They are dwarves, though. I'm sure that they have immunities that humans couldn't even dream of. Alright, that'll get some down. It's getting marginally cleaner down here. Like, we got some cabinets in here, too. We'll give them some chests as well. Okay. The marble crowns kind of look cool, though. I like that it actually looks different. It is late, yeah. I had real life stuff going on. They didn't even show up. They keep doing this. If they show up now, I'm gonna be surprised, though. It's, like, late enough in the day that it's like, geez, guys. You know? Eventually, they'll fix my oven. Eventually. Another baby. I already need to assign all the new peoples who showed up. Who needs an oven just need an air fryer these days? You know what? Everybody that I've mentioned my oven breaking to has said that. But also, I'd have to pay for an air fryer. Whereas I'm in an apartment, they have to fix my stuff. At the same time, though, apparently I need an air fryer. Because I've never used one, And everyone I've talked to who has used one loves them. So there's got to be something to that, right? Like, if my rule for movies and shows and stuff like that is if two completely separate sources recommend it, then it must be worth watching. Then if everybody who uses an air fryer recommends it, that's gotta mean something. Almost everything has its cooking time reduced by like 50%. It's like a fire and forget oven. Yeah, it looks like it actually does get really nice, like, crispy results too. Without using much oil. Like, that's the main selling point that I've seen, but genuinely it is impressive to not have to use much oil to get that nice crispy result. Frozen chicken nuggets in the oven, 25 to 30 minutes. In the air fryer, 12 minutes. And see, that's awesome. For the results that you'd get from an oven. It would work for baking. Ooh, see, that's interesting to me. Now, some things already are such a short bake time that making them any shorter is, like, risky. But also, that turns, like, if it takes 10 minutes to do the batch of cookies, then that's like, faster than a microwave, brownie in a mug style thing. Yeah, that's about the fastest treat you could achieve. Not having to wait for it to heat up is a thing. Yeah. Although, I'm more run into that with pizza. 7-inch cake or less, air fryer every time. And see, if I'm baking for just me, then I don't want to make it too huge. Bringing me into the future. You know what? I suppose it is something to look into. I think you've won me over here. You've made it a good argument. Want some nachos? Air fryer, nice and stringy cheesy. Oh. Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Oh no, we have cats running around everywhere. That means the wildlife will be taking a beating. Let's see, are they just... I think it's just that there are too many cats already, but there was one that wasn't assigned to the cat spot. So maybe that's why. It is really cute that the pets will follow around the dwarves that they like if they're not assigned to a location. But it's also really sad if anything happens to them. Although, murder chickens are a thing, just in general. They, I think I had some dwarves that had just dug into the caverns, and they had some pets that were like a peacock and a chicken and stuff like that. So when they went down into the caverns with them, their animals decided to join the fight. And it was crazy. They were racking up a kill count. And actually surviving. I would really like the ability to treat the animals in the hospital. If they get injured, you can't really do anything for them currently. At least without mods. There might be a way with mods. You maintain that chickens have a genetic memory of being T-Rexes and they're mad about not being a T-Rex anymore. Ooh. See, that's a concerning idea. It really, really is. Especially, there's a guy that's trying to turn chickens back into dinosaurs, isn't there? That sounds like a very bad idea, considering that. They're just waiting for that. Maybe it's the chickens that put that idea in his head. He was being manipulated the whole time. Did the guy grow up on a farm? That's how you'll know. How much exposure to chickens did he have before he had that idea? See, we've got lots of interesting blocks now, but these are not the blocks that I wanted to use here. I'll use them other places, though. We can use them in here. See, cobaltite ones might be interesting. Cobaltite? Cobaltite. That no matter how I try to say it, it sounds awkward. Ah, see, another kitten adopted another dwarven child. They like the dwarven children best. Feels like we might need a second tavern here soon. It is busy up here. It's not starting any brawls yet, at least. That only gets dangerous when dwarves start getting rowdy. But it's a pretty happy fort, and they've got a mist generator right there. See how many dwarves there are? Like, if a fight started there, you could not move without throwing a dwarf at a dwarf. I'm worried about the murder chicken now. Oh, did they lose their trauma? They're not scared anymore. Okay, okay, they forgot about the duck. Nothing happened here. Oh boy, what's the Duchess want now? More menacing spikes they want. And battle axes. Battle axes I can do. The fastest I can do will be iron. They wanted 2 menacing spikes, 2 battle axes. And it'll be right at the bottom. See, I feel like we already made menacing spikes, or at least ordered them. Yeah, they already made them. They just want more menacing spikes. Yeah, menacing iron spikes. That was 2? Yeah, they want 2 and 2. There we go. And you know what? There's gotta be somebody good at this. see they're skilled at weaponsmithing and armor smithing. That's basically all that's gonna be happening here. The wheelbarrow is the anomaly in that. But if we have a second metalsmith's forge, which I'm probably not going to end up making until we find magma. Why have you put that bin there? I guess the bin can probably stay there. That should work out. Alright, they're making fuel there still. Something I would like to see. Oh, what are they called? Weapon rack, yeah. We want 10 of those, and we want armor stands as well. I want to see if they'll actually use them like they should. So they have had some difficulty with that before. Right as he's digging the very last one. Not sure what we'll have there yet, but may as well put that there. Thinking about having a staircase there. We'll want it one layer over. Yeah, because it's gonna land in kind of a strange place down here. 4 by 4. Okay, so it ends up looking like that, which leaves some really strange shapes around it, which I don't really like. But there's not really a way around that other than pushing it a few blocks out. You know, like... would have to be there. I guess that works. It leaves this weird gap there. But I like that a little bit better than having the weird stretched rooms like this. I like them even. If I'm not gonna do sort of rounded shapes, then I at least want them even. See, it's a little bit offset. We could either do 4 there. Or we could do this. I guess this guy could get a dining room. Let's give them a dining room. Why not? Ends up starting a dwarven civil war. Arm is with Clicky about chickens remembering being T-Rexes. They went from Apex to everyone's favorite meal and they are mad. You know what? I can hardly blame them either. That would kind of just suck, wouldn't it? If anything's gonna make you a bit angry. Could you imagine waking up one day and remembering a time they would stomp around and everything ran in fear? Ooh. Yeah, that's gotta be rough. That has to be rough. That's why they look at us like that. That wild look in their eye, even though they're domesticated. Domesticated. The cat is fighting. What happened to the cat? Okay. We need the cats out of the tavern. They are not safe in the tavern. I don't know what just happened to the cat, but that's not okay. They can be over here. And they can go in here. But I do not want any more cats in the tavern. We'll even let them go in there with the pigs. That is upsetting. I don't like when the cats get bullied like that. I might move them down to the residential layer if that keeps happening. Now, as soon as I unpause, all of the cats are going to scramble in every direction. Hopefully, the dwarves in the tavern will actually grab them and put them where they're supposed to be. But the cats can be a bit more unpredictable than the rest of the animals when it comes to that. Thinking about it, organizing by name would probably at least let me pick all the ones that are just named Kitten. But I'd still have to scroll for all of the ones that have adopted dwarves. We finally have the blocks we want. If I get anything done in this round of Dwarf Fortress, I want it to be the inn. I've been staring at that unfinished section for far too long. Rad Pepperdive wishes to join the Mindful Bolt as a citizen. Sure. Sure, everybody wants to join. I mean, looking at how happy everybody is, I can hardly blame them. Oh. 2 Tekkens were pregnant there, I guess. You know what? Looking at it, that is a lot of cats. I can see how they were spilling out. How did a red-winged blackbird get in there? It's like when a bird gets into the garage, but they went into the wrong room. They went into the cat room. How's the barn doing? Apparently the rabbits like the barn. We have quite a few animals now. We may want to eat some of the rabbits. They may become a bit of a problem if we don't. That's the upside of having the population go up like this. More dwarves to be eating the food. Hention laid eggs, and those eggs got immediately harvested. For an easy meal. Alright, I actually should have waited to dig out the stair section. Because now I'm actually going to have to build the stairs up to the area. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, we must span at multiple elevations. Hidden cannot build at this location. Alright, so we need to wait for them to dig downwards. And then we need to build stairs upwards. I should have just left that middle section as a pillar of rock. They could have just carved it that way. Oh boy. They want more stuff. And just a single battle axe, okay. Just make one more battle axe here. Unless... wait. Have they just not made the menacing spikes? Yeah. Okay, I'll wait until they're done with that, because we put out the work order to any workstation that can do it. Upside is we can still go up. Yes. It's in kind of a weird place there. I don't think I want to bring it all the way up, but we'll bring it up to the layer beneath there. Because I do want to keep this top layer nice and separate. Back and wide toner have to be so stinky though. Oh, I have a... what's it called? I think it is the toner I use. It has cucumber or like cucumber water or something in it, like that's cucumber scented. And I didn't realize until I started using it that stink bugs, the smell that they let off is actually the smell of rotten cucumbers. Cause like it kept reminding me of something bad. And I'm like, why is it reminding me of something bad? But no, apparently the smell of cucumber now reminds me of stink bugs. I had this one incident where it was really bad. I woke up with a stink bug on my shoulder, turned my head and look at it. It sees me and goes, "Don't eat me." It's sort of like, well, I wasn't gonna eat you, but now I'm mad at you. Yeah, it just, I had no idea that was the smell until I recognized it. I ended up looking it up, and there is something, like, they've got some of the same compounds or something in it. Like, it is rotten cucumber, if I'm remembering correctly. It actually is that smell. Where? Definitely check me on that. Like, look it up. So I want to know if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm remembering. Ooh, you watched a video with the camera laying on the ground with chickens strutting around. They 100% are. Yeah, if you watch the way that they walk. It's the strut, you know? Story reminds you of when a spider came down right in front of you, looked you right in the eye, and webbed you in the forehead. Like, the audacity of you looking in my direction, human. Spider's like, what are you looking at? I have this deal with spiders because generally, I'm actually kind of friends with the spiders. They deal with any other bugs that try to get in. They create a kind of barrier, you know, like there's an orb weaver over one of my windows that catches so many moths. And like all the little bugs that would try to get through the screen, they get them. Like, as long as the spider is respectful, you know, it keeps a respectful distance from me, actually respects my territory, then I'm okay with it. I like corner spiders, the kind of spider that makes a web just in the top corner of your room. Never bothers you, never drops down on you. They're not trying to mess with your boundaries. They're not trying to get in your personal space. They're just trying to get their bugs. I like those spiders. I let them live. But I had a spider do that, what you were describing one time, where it just, I was laying in bed, and I opened my eyes because there was just this, you know, the, like, something's watching me, that paranoia. I got that, and I look up, and there's a spider just lowering itself down towards me. And I went for that. It was one of those where it's like, don't you dare. Don't you dare. You were a good spider. Oh, no, you bastard. Like, it's, I can't let them live if they're gonna be rude. That said, how you treat spiders really depends on where you live, from what I've found. Because people who live places that the spiders aren't very dangerous, treat spiders very differently than places where there are very dangerous spiders sometimes. Like, a necrotic bite is spooky. You learn the wildest stuff reading studies. Oh boy, I'm not even going to be able to pronounce that. Something which has a cucumber-like flavor and something which has an apple-like flavor are the main volatile compounds in cucumber fruits. The two main flavor compounds in cucumber are cucumber and apple pie. I don't know if I ever caught the apple pie notes in cucumber. I'm almost tempted to, like, try to bring them out in it, though. Because if they're saying they're there, then if you use flavors that would complement that, or bring it out, you know, if you're using cinnamons and nutmegs and stuff like that. A little bit of salt. But more like a sugary profile. These cucumbers aren't very sugary. I think that's probably why I haven't picked up on it. They have a spectrograph reading? The lasers said apple pie is there. The lasers have spotted apple pie. I don't know what to tell you, man. There's definitely apple pie in that. Who put apple pie in the cucumbers? Was it the Americans? It was probably the Americans. It was us. We put the apple pie in the cucumbers. Drink source vanished. Who spilled the beer? Who spilled the booze? We're running low. They are making some, though. Something that I could work on. Oh, yes. We were doing this as well. Just gonna add a little bit at a time. Whenever I remember it exists. Something else we can do. Since we can actually clear out a few trees. Oh, I hate to take down fruit trees. I suppose there are plenty around though. Hopefully it'll fill back in. Yeah, we got lots of apricots. Alright, so I'm gonna clear these out. And that gives us a nice big section to dig out into the earth. To be fair, it's a legit study looking at improving the flavor of cucumbers for commercial reasons. See, I don't need them to improve the flavor of cucumbers. I need them to improve the longevity of cucumbers. Because I love cucumbers in a pasta salad or something like that. Like, there's so many places that cucumbers are really, really nice. But they never last long enough to actually go into the dish. And it feels like that's only gotten worse. I don't know what's going on with the cukes, but they're just not lasting long enough for me. That's my problem with them. Arm, the spider thought you would be the perfect anchor for its web. How does it feel to know that even spiders admire your stability? Yeah, that is how to look on the bright side right there. That is some good optimism. No water source. What's going on with the well? Ooh. See, I'm pretty sure that we refilled that. So I think it is getting to be enough dwarves that we're going through the water pretty quick. Yeah, we need to get the plants going, is what that tells me. A lot of the above ground stuff that we'll be able to grow below ground, we will be able to make different booze out of. I don't think they can make the dwarven ones. It's more the humans that grow crops above ground in this as well. Got plenty of dolomite at least. Here we can actually make our stairs now. To have a brimstone staircase. Edie Squash Romance wishes to join the Mindful Bolt. Come on in. Oh, yeah. Actually, yellow stairs looks kind of cool. I like that way more than I thought I would. We actually have a lot more bedrooms dug out than we actually have set up currently. We could put a bunch of beds in there, it's just we don't have the doors to turn them into proper bedrooms. Smooth stone. So at least if they pass out on the non-bedrooms, it's some smooth stone. You know what, since we actually have lots of wood right now, are these still leaking? Feels like they're still leaking. Yeah, that's definitely still leaking. Comfy, yes. Yes, actually really nice place for them. We'll want another staircase, probably. Not sure where yet, though. Probably up here. Eventually, the crafting area will get to over there. got kind of an interesting shape towards this edge of the mountain because it's so back and forth. I think I may have to be okay with things being a little uneven in this fort. You think Terratech totally ripped off the soundtrack for Dwarf Fortress? Because some of the Dwarf Fortress tracks are almost 1-to-1. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, you got this game yesterday. You say you're so bad at games like these, no idea what you're doing. You know what? Everybody is bad at Dwarf Fortress when they first start. I think that is just a part of starting Dwarf Fortress. There is so much to learn. For the longest time, I had trouble with even just scrolling between layers. It just didn't make sense to me for the longest time. But yeah, if you have any questions, I hope that you learn from just watching, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If I can answer, I will. And hopefully if there's anybody else in here that has the answer, they may be able to join too. I have like 300 and some hours in this. What happened to the kitten? Okay. I wonder if it's because all of the cats are together or because they're in a hallway. I don't like the kittens being injured. That's not nice. I had the most issues with that when they would end up on the stairs, but it doesn't look like that's a problem right now. Sometimes the cats end up feuding with each other too. Alright, we may have missed a few. Yeah, we probably did. So a lot of them have adopted dwarves. Alright, that'll have to do. What do you do with dead bodies? Well, if they're your dwarves, then what I do is I dig tombs. They can be a little bit tricky. Like, you have to okay. So, technically, I could just put a coffin down on the floor, right? But if I try to auto-assign the tomb, then it's not enclosed, so it rejects it. Now, we can still just double-click it with paint and assign them individually, and they will still use that coffin now. But the way to get it so that it goes fast is to dig something like this. And to do that, you dig it out like that, you dig these two squares, and then once that second square is dug, you use this right here, you dig a channel, and then that'll open up this square right here like this in a way that they can climb down into it. And then you just have them dig one more square out like that so that they can place a coffin down there. And then once you've got them set up like that, you can just go like boop, and it'll assign all the coffins at once. And they'll go and drop dead bodies in there. At least of your dwarves. And that's only if you can actually retrieve the corpses. Now, we do have a few dwarves that drowned. I think one of them is currently inside of that ice block. They are currently ghosts that are wandering around right now. Because for them, you have to make slabs. So you not only have to make the slabs at the stoneworkers, but you have to have them engrave the memorial slab to the specific dwarf. And see, it'll show you which one's a ghost. Well, actually, we'll do that now. May as well while we're here. I've been meaning to do that. Those can kind of be placed anywhere. And it will put the ghosts to rest. But if it's not your dwarves, if you don't have any kind of garbage disposal set up, then you can set up a garbage dump. Like, you can assign a garbage dump. And then whenever you click on anything, really, you can use that trash. You can give it the dump status. So you can basically just have them take anything to that stockpile. You can kind of just put it off. Yeah, fun thing to do sometimes is to put it, if you're getting attacked often. Like, I get attacked from up here. What we could do is we could put a stockpile of our dead enemies right here. Yeah, we could put our dead enemies right here. All of the skeletons and body parts and stuff like that. And then every time somebody tries to raid us, they will see those dead bodies and it will mess with their morale. Because they get unnerved when they see that. Especially if it's from the same civilization, you know? Like, is that Fred? Oh no! That's one way, if you don't want to, like, dispose of them and stuff like that. Garbage disposals are an entirely other thing, though. I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole if I go into that. There's several ways at it. These bridges are one of the easiest ways, because if you smush something under one of these bridges, it can just disappear it. Why are the cats fighting? I don't like this. Take them somewhere they won't fight. Oh, they're herding cats, literally. Okay, I'll let them run around the stairs, but I don't want them to actually go near the stairs. Because they can fall down it and get tripped over and stuff like that. Dwarves and cats can get injured that way. Yeah, hopefully with the cats on this layer, they're... Wow. Okay, guys. The dwarves have been getting busy, I guess. We still have cats running around everywhere. Oh boy. When we open up the caverns, I hate to say it, but the cats will start disappearing. Ooh! And for your dead dwarfs, you can also just enclose with a door to create a tiny room with the one by one tomb and coffin. You don't need to do it on 2 levels. Yes! Yeah, I didn't think to mention that. I'm usually a bit short on doors because of the the bedroom situation. They each want a door. But yeah, if you've got plenty of doors, you know, that's probably going to be an easy way, because you don't have to use 2 floors that way. I mean, this is a little bit excessive in that it's going to take up 2 floors as we go along here. Can't really do anything else with this. I guess we could sneak some stuff in between. I don't know. Those floors are kind of dedicated to that now. Ooh, another thing I usually set up while we're on the topic, you end up with a whole bunch of bones and stuff like that if you have animals that usually I create this sort of dungeon with a craft store shop that exclusively works on bones. Like, they have this giant stockpile where all the dwarves bring the bones off of these. And I just have a single craft store working on bones. They love it. They love it. I've had some really strange things happen in forts where they embraced that a little bit too much, though. There was a dwarf child possessed one time. I spent a real long time trying to get rid of all the bins in the fortress because I was just getting real annoyed with the bins. And a dwarf child got possessed, killed another dwarf, and used their bones to create a bone bin. A dwarf bone bin. It was an artifact, so it's like, I need to just lock this in a room. It's cursed, clearly. And look at that. We finally have our rooms. Do I remember how to do this is the question, though. Don't give me the answer. I'll figure it out. I will. I will remember. We definitely will need the beds in there. I think I need to assign them as bedrooms and then link them to the tavern. But I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. Alright, it's the bronze cinnamon? Yes, the bronze cinnamon. Yes. Alright. That actually links it. I remember. There's so many things in this. Alright, then I'm going to expand this out into the hallway there. We may end up with dwarves hanging out there, but that's fine. Ooh, bad apple. I love that one. Why have we got a bin in the tavern? Max bins, 0. Take it away! They're gonna put all the toys in that damn bin. I prefer when they're strewn out on the floor. I'm sure the dwarven children do too. River spirits. I'm curious why it keeps calling them river spirits instead of water. Like, this is water. Why is river spirits? Are you drinking the spirits of the river? We just may be. Do we have water yet? No, we're mid-winter. We'll have enough water. But we definitely want to set up the plants. Crow remains. This is what I'm talking about. See, the cats get out. And all of the wildlife goes. What are you guys doing up here? They're gathering plants. Sorry, guys. I think I want to build it like these. Actually, I want to take this tree down too. Sorry, peach tree. Surely there... Yeah, there's another right there. It's okay. It's not the only peach tree. And see, normally I make the mistake of digging out underneath it first and not taking down the trees and stuff like that. And I've ended up with so many injured dwarves because of that. It's much easier to dig down from the surface into the dirt that is not opened up already. Less chance of collapse as well. Why can you not get there anymore? Oh no. They blocked themselves off. Can you not climb up there? Climb on up. There we go. Alright, yeah, we can make that even bigger. Plenty of surface crops. We're gonna have to cover this entire section up too. So we'll need plenty of blocks before we actually connect it to the inside. Why are there river spirits up here too? This is a strange location. What flavor is my vape? Oh, I've mixed 2 flavors. It's green apple and cream cake right now. It's a refillable one. Oh man, dead crow ended up here. I forget where our garbage dump is, but take it away. Ah. I had a friend that was really into those for a bit. He actually quit recently though. Proud of him. Trying to quit right now. Which it is tough. I've slowed down a lot with it. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. We are happy to have you. Why is there a very angry dwarf? The captain of the guard, why are you pissed? He was uneasy dwelling upon seeing the goblin Nako Nightmarehauer's dead body. Mulling over the recurring memory allowed him to rethink his intellectual values. He cracks easily under pressure after being caught in the rain in 105. Really? Oh, I love the music in this game. He personally strongly believes that a peaceful and ordered society without dissent is best. Values self-control, considers craftsmanship to be relatively worthless, values decorum, dignity, and proper behavior, and does not care about fairness. He dreams of creating a great work of art. See, I don't like that he cracks easily under pressure. As captain of the guard, that's not good to see. Can I replace him? I can't replace him. Should replace him with a crafts dwarf, though. He's a competent tactician. You get the job, buddy. And the flooding office. It's like, keep forgetting about it. Blocks. We have blocks, come on. Spiced cider is something I really miss from when I didn't realize I was allergic to apples. I'm allergic to several different fruits, like a whole bunch of different fruits. But I also love fruit. It's a horrible situation. I'm just allergic enough for it to be concerning as well, like throat swelling and hives and stuff like that. My parents actually couldn't keep strawberries in the house for a while when I was growing up. Because I would eat them even though I was allergic. I'd try to hide it, but I'd have hives on me. Did you eat the strawberries? No. Just like swelling actively. Throat's not closing up. No, don't mind me. Actually, I don't think we assigned them to. Yes, we can probably make mead soon enough. Don't know that we have honey yet. Oh, we need jugs. That's what it is. They're waiting for jugs. I had the rabbits inside. Oh, man. They got sick of how cold it is out there. Oh, is this finished yet? Yeah, that one is considered finished, but they don't have anything in there. What actually is this? Fisher Dwarves Guild Hall. They're all already doing that over here. I guess I could add another station in here. Just to see if they do anything with it. It's uneven. Oh. Oh no. Okay, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. It's got a stripe and everything. It gives it character. I wouldn't have planned it that way, certainly. Feels like they do actually use the chairs. You know, they're not always standing around the tables, but... A skilled warrior is a beautiful sight to behold. They're mostly socializing in here, it looks like. I'm hoping that they start teaching each other more stuff. A lot of them have taught each other fishing. Part of why we have an absolute excess of fish in the fort currently. Get to have some fun patterns, I guess. Didn't end up having enough bauxite, so we'll do black and white. Those stairs are actually made of dirt as well. I am tempted to replace them. There's not an actual need to, other than it feels right. I'm gonna let them make more blocks before I deal with that. Alright, no one puked on this layer again. Thought I spotted it for a second. Oh, we got more bees. In that case... You know what? The cats are kind of just going wherever they want. I guess as cats are apt to do. Some of them wanted to stay down here, though. I think what I'm gonna do, especially since we're starting to have a bit of a cat problem. I'm tempted to just let them go wherever they want, because some of them will leave, get lost, you know. Uh-oh. Wait. What happened? Did she die of natural causes, or was she killed? Afraid after experiencing trauma. Who killed Karen? I just want to fight somebody. It's boring. Genghis Karen the pig has died. It is a tragedy. Tragedy and a travesty. We even lost a kitten, too. What's happening here? Is there a vampire killing our animals, drinking their blood? Now, because that pig wasn't adopted, I don't think that it will get buried. Could have these include pets. Let's see if somebody buries her, since we've named them. The Geared Hall. Ah, the craft dwarves want a hall again. Well, I did kind of flake on that last time. Gonna have to deal with the aquifer if I want to dig that direction though. So I'm gonna leave the petition there for a little bit. Try not to let it time out again, but I just want to give us as much time as we can get on that. We need more blocks. I'm mostly waiting on them to finish that up. Amount needed. I don't want to use the nice ones for it necessarily. We'll do some more digging. Tempted to let them try to grab up all of this. There's so many layers where there's a bunch of random stuff. A lot of these we start out by branching out like this anyway, so do this a few times. Now, a fun little thing that we can do, but you kind of want to keep an eye on them while they're doing it. You can have them auto dig. Dig only ore and gems selected and auto mine any ore and gems of the same type which are uncovered. So if we do that, I'm gonna up the priority so they'll get there faster. You can see what they're doing. There. Now, they will just dig out all of the stuff that they find that's the same as what we indicated. As they uncover more, they're leaving behind these gems, which are pretty nice. Grab those too. The human lady consort, Pestras Cthomisha, was spotted sneaking around. I'll live to fight another day. You guys stop that, because I need to look away right now. What do you have on you? Giant raccoon nail amulet. She has a bracelet and an amulet made out of different animal peoples. Well, no, a giant raccoon and a panda man. So yeah. She likes nails? You like keratin, I guess? What is up with you? She's constantly ablaze with feelings of lust. That's what's up with her, I guess. Why are you sneaking around? The lie maker Kel Kuletnikot has revealed the presence of the natural pack. What is the natural pack? Is that one of our artifacts? The fat insights. The natural pack. Okay. So they're after our treasure. Yeah, she's their goonie. I'll live to fight another day. Another dead duck. Arm. I think your murder chicken is at it again. Okay, so why did Kel do that? People after our treasures. People yapping about our treasures. This is new, though, at least to me. Don't know if it's actually new, but I haven't gotten, like, that much of an update before. Like, someone being spotted sneaking around and secrets having been told. They haven't actually done anything yet. That is the beginning of a conspiracy, if I ever heard one. Ah, yes, Captain of the Guard. I was assigning this place. And suddenly the Captain of the Guard is nowhere to be found. They already have a bedroom, that's why. There you go, buddy. Enjoy your half-flooded bedroom. And we've got some upset dwarves. We have an elven caravan. No merchants trading. Well, what are they here for, then? It's just a diplomat telling us how many trees we can kill. They better be bringing us more giant animals. Not sure where I want to... Oh. Yeah, still had that on. Do not want them doing that. Greetings from the woodlands. We have much to discuss. We elves are partial in particular to the trees and the forest surrounding our lands. 25. I think that's the same. We can part with at most 44 trees. Oh! They upped the number this time. All right. Awesome. That's enough trees. For now. For now. Soon enough. We'll need more. I think I can put the slabs here. And that should work. I don't know that I even need to mark them. Just placing those down should put the ghosts to rest. Ah. There's the trade people. Okay, we're not going to give them any clothing because they get picky about that. Not going to give them any food. In fact, it's basically just the crafts, the rock crafts that we're going to be giving them. We could give them some of our less nice mugs as well. We really do not have much in the way of crafted goods. We have some busy dwarves, I suppose. Plus, we haven't assigned anybody to the craft store station. It's kind of just whatever dwarf feels like crafting. I like to leave at least a few stations open like that, just because there are so many dwarves who dream of crafting a masterwork. And they're just not going to get the chance to unless they're assigned to a station if every station is assigned to a dwarf. That said, a lot of people want to trade with us, it feels like this time. There we go, yeah, they've been put to rest. We don't even have to mark it as a tomb. There's so many things that require blocks right now. Oh, we interrupted him listening to a story in the tavern. Looks like they do have some cages they're unloading. Guy's drinking. His drink will not be interrupted. There you are. Lots of instruments this time. A wolf. That's new. A cockatiel. Snapping turtles. We'll take one of them, because they're both male. Another magpie. A toad, a slug. See, they're bringing us a lot of small animals. Hey, honey badger. Yeah, we'll have some stuff for the, I like to put them in the temples, the animals in cages, the little ones. Although, with how many we're actually managing to collect this time, when I get the, when I get the library set up, I think I'll probably set up a little, like, zoo area in the library. Grown quartzite. They're growing their own quartz over there as well as the trees and stuff. Is that enough for you? Okay. Yeah, they're willing to trade. They're happy with that. Go ahead then. I wonder if we'd be able to put some of these together. I don't think you can put them together in the cage. The panda we were having issues with because it wasn't eating in the grazing area. I'm guessing that the panda has specific stuff it has to eat. Must have just not had access to it. Yeah, we've got 2 female gray langers there. Like, I wonder if we can breed the small animals. Have a bunch of flying squirrel pets for our dwarves. Ooh, the buck hare. I wonder if that can go outside. Looks like it can. Grazer requires pasture. Yeah, some of them we can have out of the cages. I think I'll give them inside areas just to see at some point. But yeah, they don't have the grazer marking. The panda does, it just wasn't eating. See, we have a wolf as well. It is tame. We could let it wander around. Where do we want the wolf? You know what? The wolf will probably need them to be feeding. Because it can't exactly hunt. We could put it in with some rabbits, but not sure exactly how that'll work. Alright, we've filled this room pretty much with animals. Got room for one more? Yeah. Alright, we have lined the walls. I think I want to make them available as pets. Because they're just little guys, you know? Snapping turtle, sure. The snapping turtle can be a pet too. There's gotta be some dwarf that really loves snapping turtles. I think we are gonna have to deal with some of these animals. That is a lot of rabbits. Gonna be a lot of alpaca too. Meat's back on the menu, boys. We've had none for so long. Just the fish. Alright, that's still plenty of males. Wow, there's a lot of male babies. A lot of male rabbits that we can get rid of. I like to just keep 2 males of each. You want at least 1 redundancy, but it gets to be too many babies. I am picky though. Certain animals I don't want them butchering to eat. You can technically in this game. The dwarves are not super picky about that. If it's an animal and it has meat, then they will eat it. They will butcher it up and eat it if you tell them to, but yeah. Not the pets. Not the pets. They do draw the line at pets. no matter whether they're livestock animals or typical pet animals. There is a line. Alright, I will start dealing with... Actually, how many blocks do I have? How many blocks? Oh, we're building up a few. We're building up a few. That is enough to... Oh. Nobody moved Karen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so there's a 10 by 10 block in there. Your ruler has arrived with a full entourage. Your thriving site is now the capital. And with continued fortune and toil, the legend of a true mountain home may yet be written. Do you remember what I was saying before? We don't even have a library this time. But they've still decided that this is the best place. We don't even fully have blocks down on the first floor is half made of dirt. And they've decided that this is the best place that any of us have made. We are in the middle of enemy territory. And they love this place so much that they want to be here. And now we gotta build a whole place for their monarch. Oh boy. It's a good thing we started on the crops. Alright, we'll accept the craft store hall thing. Now the stoneworkers want a haul. Alright, get digging. Alright, we want one gap there. Oh, this is such a weird design to try to copy over. Alright, this is 2 back, 14 by 7. 2 back, we want double space there, 14 by 7. Feels wrong. What's going on here? Oh, it is. It's 14 by 7. Then in.
looks wrong. Okay, it goes this, it goes this. I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's probably not gonna match up. That still looks nice enough. There is gonna be this area in here, but we can kind of circle back on it or do layers, essentially. Like, there's no reason that we couldn't connect these. Have a little door that leads into the next place. Oh boy. Stoneworkers and the doctors want one now. The doctors, I feel like we could attach that down here. At the very least. Oh, this guy has a pet gray langer. Felt free after being released from confinement. Awesome. So they free the pets after they claim them as pets. They just take them out the cage. Oh, immediately somebody decided that they liked the langers. We could let somebody adopt the wolf, I guess. I think, like, as far as I know, when they adopt them, that dwarf will feed the animal that they adopted, as far as I know. I'm not sure how the cats end up getting fed. Somebody's got to be feeding them, or else, you know, their destruction of the ecosystem might be how they're doing it. Cats just feed themselves, you know? Migrants brought more animals. Oh no, do not assign that. There we go. I don't really trust the wolf to guard the animals out here versus just start eating them. Although I guess as long as it only eats a few of them every now and then it's still worth it, right? Ah, we're rendering the fat over here. That makes sense. Why are they going over to the meat to play make-believe? Are they playing make-believe with the meat? Well, they have been learning about fish dissecting and cleaning. Maybe that is their idea of fun. not much for there to do if you're a dwarf kid. We don't have chores on, really. I think we still have 2 chores on. Just so that they have some kind of skills. Yeah, 3. Just a little bit of stuff for them to do. Alright, this is gonna get old fast. And it doesn't take very many blocks to fix. General is visiting. We are going to have more and more interesting visitors now. Since we're the capital and all. Don't even have a garden. Kind of want to keep the niece. Just because... pretty sure that stuff is the heat resistant stuff that we're gonna need once we hit the magma. Hey, people are actually staying in the inn. That is exciting to see. How many doors do we have? I think we can expand. Yes. Alright, we'll have a bunch more bedrooms. Still not enough for all of the dwarves. But better than it was. That will increase the happiness a bit. We're starting to have some slightly more unhappy dwarves. This may partially have to do with how crowded the tavern is. Ooh my. And yet, not enough dwarves to be eating all the food still. I think we might need even less fishermen. Are we learning over here yet? Alright, they are given fishing demonstrations now. Alright, so they give fishing demonstrations over here, and they teach them how to clean the fish and stuff over here. So we have a... what is this? Fishery Workers Guild Hall. And a Fisher Dwarfs Guild Hall. So that's the difference, I guess. It is getting a little bit congested right in the entrance here, but that's mostly because all the cats are coming and going constantly. Off to destroy the ecosystem. We've got about 100 meat now. You know, given how many dwarves we have, I think I will add a little office here. I like it better when it has a middle block. Being able to add the door in the middle, it just always feels nicer. To me. There's the general. Probably in the inn by now, somewhere. Oh, he's making his way there still. Where's he going? Right through the piles of vomit. Okay. He's checking out the animals. Nice. At least someone appreciates them. Alright, they still want stuff. I feel like if I dig out this whole area, then that gives us room to expand, almost, you know? Because it's not just doctors. We've got surgeons and bone doctors and stuff down here. We might even need another section after. Why is the cat fighting? Ah, geez. They're going wherever they want anyway. The dogs stay well enough. But I think the cats, I need to just give up on trying to contain them. It takes way too much time. Because the dwarves are constantly having to go herd cats. Puppies can stay. The dogs are good. All doggos are good doggos. But these kittens... I think we may need to give the Gelder more work. While they're kittens. Otherwise, he's gonna get scratched. You know what? 2 of these. Let's leave. 2 cats. 2 male cats. We're not killing them, but they do need spayed. And then in case something happens to those ones, we'll leave 2 from the next generation. Why is this cat fighting? Yeah, I think they get a little bit crowded. They had all that space to run around in, but they just wanted to be near the stairs because they were all trying to escape. Alright, we'll make this the Doctor's Guild Hall. We'll have to have more blocks for it as well at some point. Oh. Yeah, see? He went to geld the cat and it's attacking him. I cannot blame it. Honestly, understandable on both sides, you know? You know, this place is gonna look really strange by the end of this because it's just pieced together so many different kinds of blocks. But I'd rather have it done than worry about how it looks. Imposed a ban on certain exports. What is it, toy hammers again? Export of menacing spikes prohibited. Export of toy hammers still prohibited. Just forever prohibited. The children must know how to use hammers. The queen does not have anything set up for her. I might want to do that. Move that a little bit further down. Oh, you know what? We can just connect these up. That gives us an idea of how much space we have to work with. It's like the queen's throne room, so I'm gonna make it a little bit nice. It's not even. I don't know. I think we need a door on it. We could do a double door. Let's do a double door. Advantages and disadvantages to having it uneven. Nice. Decent sized bedroom, I figure. Let's see, it was like this, and then this, and then this, and then this rounds it out really nicely. That is another blind trick. He likes the rounded rooms too, and he's got like so quick with it. The Gelders fighting the cat. Yeah, see. They fight back a lot more, the adult cats. She felt patient after being confined. She felt free after being released from confinement. And she was delighted being near to a waterfall. I am so happy someone adopted this Langer. She has very good creativity, a natural inclination towards language, a natural ability with music, and a very good sense of empathy. But she has little willpower and poor analytical abilities. She very rarely develops negative feelings towards things. Ah! The more I read it, the more that's adorable. I don't want anything bad to happen to that monkey. However, something bad will probably happen to that monkey. Stoneworkers Guild. I can at least assign this to be that, so that we don't lose the petition. Stoneworkers Guild. Must remember. Stone workers, not stone crafters, right? Oh boy. I'll know as soon as I place it, because it'll say whether we accepted a petition. Yeah, agreed to build guild hall. Wow, they really move out in force when you tell them to smooth out the stone when everybody is assigned to that. Can we dig here with the quickness? Guy just fell asleep after smoothing the spot. Oh, this looks like a cozy rock. We are at about 2 hours and 9 minutes. This happens so fast with Dwarf Fortress. So I think as soon as I get this set up, I will probably stop, but I don't want to leave a leaking aquifer. We've seen what happens when I forget that. Hey, somebody up here with a wheelbarrow already. The haulers are getting better at their job somehow. I don't know if there's any kind of skill or something like that involved. Maybe strength. Ah, someone got attached to their iron shield. I usually figure that's a good sign. If they know their equipment well, then they should use it better, right? Another kitten adopted a dwarf child. You can stop the leaks by smoothing the walls too. Yes! That is a really good tip, yeah. Part of the reason I'm not smoothing them up here is because there's so much dirt on this top level that I'm worried that, like over here, there would have been a little dirt spot that would have been missed. But really, we could just fill that in with the blocks. But yeah. Right now, it's just, I want the nice walls. But yeah, especially if you're digging down into an aquifer, smoothing the walls is usually the better bet, because early on you gotta be using wood and stuff like that. But yeah, Yeah, especially since this is a light aquifer, we can afford the time to make the walls nice. It does seem to want to creep around the areas that we've blocked off. But yeah, I figure this top floor, we've got enough of it made out of blocks that may as well keep up the theme, right? Especially since we still need a bunch of value for this place. Having the nice walls will up the value. We can also add some engravings. That's one of the easiest ways for it. Especially if you have any dwarves that are really good at engraving. It's one of the first ones I lock to only certain dwarves having the ability to do under labor. I let my novice ones engrave as well right now. But if you really want to maximize the value, you only let your like legendary and accomplished and most talented engravers do it. I like to do, let's see. I like right in the entrance, the engravings. But they can also be fun, where is it? Yeah, right in this bedroom. These kinds of designs can be really fun too. You can also engrave the walls and stuff like that. You can't see it as clearly though. I like having little patterns on the floor with it too. Add some more stuff up here while I'm thinking about it. Would be nice to be able to prioritize specific constructions. Like this one is really the next thing I want them to do. So I can't order the rest of the stuff placed until they've placed that. This place looking even stranger. I wonder if it's going to end up with any kind of pattern on it at all, or if it's just going to look very strange as we go along. Looking decently close to being done. We'll put some... Actually, I'll put a table down. Actually, what kind of place is this again? It's a Stoneworkers Guild Hall. I will give them a crafting station. I'm not going to assign anything to be made there because there's not any stockpiles nearby. But... Oh wait, he's giving an engraving demonstration. See, it's stoneworkers, so I don't know what exactly kind of stuff they're going to be demonstrating here. But we'll put one of these in here. Stoneworkers Workshop for the Stoneworkers Guild Hall, right? So hopefully they can give some demonstrations. We've got mud in here. A human diplomat. Are you here to explain why you were sniffing around our artifacts? Yes, I like to give them tables and chairs as well. Oh man, somebody's fighting. Guys, I had other plans. Are the humans being rude? Oh no, somebody went berserk. Someone didn't have all of the stuff that they wanted. Oops. These situations usually take care of themselves pretty quickly, though. Unfortunate. But not as bad as it could be. Okay, right ankle torn open. Right ankle bone torn open to the bone. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. She's flimsy, that's why. Ah! Human High Chancellor. Greetings, noble dwarf. There's much to discuss. It's such a pleasant place you've carved out for yourselves. Much to share. What's going on? Was reports? No. It was news and rumors. That's what it was. People scoping out our artifacts. A group calling itself the Treaties of Peace founded Plan Dwarves. Got lots going on. The goblins are still raiding the humans as well. I think, again, this is the humans giving us more info. Like, you want to attack those goblins? You want to take care of them for us? Alright, let's get more water in the well. That is another thing I do not want to forget. Dead blackbirds. The elves are not going to be happy. It's the cat's fault. Alright, I'm gonna stop it at least temporarily, see how much ends up in there. I don't really want it to flood. We'll let that settle for a while. That might be enough in itself. Ah, yes. We can have them smooth out the Queen's area. But not at that high a priority, considering every dwarf in the fortress is assigned to that. They're like, everyone, stat! Smooth it out! Alright. Then that will be set up to actually become something. Oh, they're so close. You just need a few more chairs, don't you? It is. It's still river spirits. It's quite strange. Wonder if it's just because it's water from the river. I don't remember seeing that before, though. I don't know what it means. Could be something to do with the location. I didn't really pay attention to the alignment of the location when I was setting up here. Well, we can pretty easily see that it's not evil. It's not good aligned either. Otherwise it would have different animals and foliage and stuff like that. The good aligned places have the super light trees. Love those. I think they're like feather trees or something. There we are. Now it is a guild hall. That should be those happy. We still need this place fleshed out. But for now, I'm going to have to stop it there because I just wanted to make sure we didn't have a leaking aquifer when I loaded back in. We have made some good progress today, though. We became the capital. And it has been lovely gaming with you all, as usual. Thank you for making it such a good time. I will see you soon, friends. Have a very merry time zone.